Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Konnichiwa. Welcome to the eve of match briefing for England team ahead of the match versus Argentina tomorrow at 5 o'clock. My name is Philip Wilkinson, Match Press Officer from World Rugby. Delighted to introduce, in the middle, head coach of England, Eddie Jones. To his left, Jack Singleton. To his right, Rory McConaughey. If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand and wait for the microphone as we have simultaneous translation. Japanese on 1, English on 2, and we have a Spanish whisperer for Spanish questions. So, have a first question? Okay.
Gustavo Severo para Aquí Rugby Radio Impacto de Argentina. ¿Qué opinión tiene de que Agustín Crevi esté en el banco de suplentes y Nicolás Sánchez ni siquiera esté convocado entre los 23 jugadores para el partido de mañana? Muchas gracias.
Yes, so the translator is just sitting behind you. Thank you.
From Argentina, what do you think about Augustin Creevy being relegated to bench and also Nicolas Sanchez out of the matchday 23 for tomorrow's match?
Well, to be honest, I don't really have an opinion. Argentina picked the team as they think it should be, and we're more concerned about ourselves rather than what Argentina do.
At the back of the room, thank you.
Eddie, after this morning, are you all good to go? No late changes, no late drama?
Yeah, no, everyone's good. Trained really well this morning. Fit, fast, brutal, ready to go.
You were very vocal even by your standards this morning. What were the last-minute messages you had to some of your players?
There's no last-minute messages. The players are well prepared. We've had a good week's preparation. They know what to do, and now we just got to go out there and do it.
When I spoke to you yesterday, you said in one word you want brutality tomorrow. What does that exactly look like?
Well, yeah, you play against Argentina. They base their game on the scrum, so it's the manlyhood. So you got to take them up front. To beat Argentina, you got to take them up front, which is a scrum, the maul, the ruck attack and ruck defence. That's where it's going to be won.
Thank you. Question at the back there.
Hi, it's for French TV, RMC. You lost against Argentina only 4 times in your history. So my question is just, are you favourite tomorrow? Thank you.
Well, that's for you guys to decide, not us.
Okay. Question here. Front row, thanks.
Eddie, can you just talk a bit about the evolution of Owen into a World Cup captain, and is he still growing into the role, or do you feel he's already sort of got it well handled?
Well, like anything in sport, you never the finished product. Owen's developed very well over the last 12 months. Yeah, consider he's only been in the job 12 months, and every day he's in the job he gets a little bit better, expanding his skill set, expanding his ability to relate to the players, improving every day.
Okay. One here, which will be in Spanish with the interpretation to follow.
Hernando de Chile de Rugby Champán. Por lo hecho por Argentina en este torneo, ¿cree que tiene nivel para derrotar a Inglaterra?
Considering the performance of the Argentinian side, do you think they have a chance to beat England in tomorrow's match?
Well, I think they were very unlucky to lose to France. All the stats from the game suggest that they should have won the game, so we've got the greatest respect for Argentina.
Eddie, you'll only play big name opponents from now on. So are you confident that the team now has big game temperament and game management now at this level of intensity?
100%. We've worked hard on it. We've worked hard on creating training situations to equip the players for it. The players have worked hard off the field, to handle situations well. But like anything, you know, it's a bit like a tea bag, isn't it? You don't know how good it is until you put it in hot water.
Hi, Eddie. A lot of the Argentine talk has been about their passion and how, you know, everything's on the line for them. How much is it the case for you guys of matching fire with fire, and how much is it kind of trying to douse that and trying to take the emotion out of it from your side?
Well, I think you've got to be smart about that thing. You know, rugby's a physical game. It's a tough physical game. We've seen that already at the World Cup. So the passion and pride come out in the toughness with your play. But then there's emotional control, because when you've got a lot of passion and pride, it tends to multiply your strengths and multiply your weaknesses. So we obviously want to multiply our strengths and attack their weaknesses.
Thank you. Third row.
Eddie, your squad has spoken a lot this week about how sort of together they feel and the sort of feel-good factor around the squad. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, no, it's very good. You know, we've got a philosophy of a team of 31, and that's how you win a World Cup. And I think more particularly as the World Cups get more professional and they get more physically intense, that's going to become even more important. So, you know, again, we get a test tomorrow though, don't we? You know, every day you get a test, and particularly when you're on game day, you get a bigger test. So you just got to front up to the test, make sure you do your homework, and if you've done your homework correctly, you get the result you want.
One row further back.
エディ・ジョーンズ監督に伺います。日本のテレビ局です。マコ・ブニポラ選手とジャック・ノエル選手が復帰をしますが、これはチームにとってどういう意味をもたらすか、そして2人に期待する部分というのはどういったところでしょうか。
2人は元気。準備は一生懸命しました。だから明日はフィニッシングの仕事は大事。So their role, they're prepared well for the game. They're ready to they're ready to do their job. Whatever job they have to do, they're ready to go.
One more here.
Para Eddie Jones, Jorge Sicodicola de Rugby Champagne de Argentina. Ya se jugó medio torneo, o un poquitito de la mitad del torneo. Quiero saber qué chances le ve a su equipo de quedarse con el grupo y quiénes le parece que son los candidatos a llevarse el Mundial.
Question to you, Eddie. So it's been almost half the tournament is over. What do you think about your team's performance so far, and who are the major teams that has the potential to win the World Cup?
Well, the only team we're worried about is Argentina. That's our game tomorrow. So they're our major opponent. And they've been pretty impressive so far. As I said, they should have won against France. All the stats show they should have won. And they had a good bonus point win against Tonga, who's not the easiest opponent. So they're our major opponent.
Hi, a question for the guys either side of you. Guy, can you tell us what your role is on a day like today and match day, how much you're involved in the preparation and how you can help this whole kind of squad philosophy?
Yeah, you know, we've spoken from the day that we flew out here, which, you know, we're a team of 31, and, you know, 23 guys don't win the World Cup. It's that squad of 31 behind, like, all together, and so the whole squad's focus is on Argentina tomorrow, and it has been all week with the training sessions and what we do over the next 24 hours, because you just, in this kind of game, you don't know what's going to happen with players. Players can get ill last minute, players can pull up in the morning with something, so we've just got to be ready to prepare to play up until that first whistle.
Yeah, I'd say he pretty much summed it up correctly there. We just got to make sure we're prepared fully and helping the team out as much as we can.
Front row.
Rory, this is the keep it clean part of the World Cup weekend. Using your experience, obviously, you've been through an Olympic cycle as well with testing and that. How important is it to get the message out there to the young players coming through about the dangers out there?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, we want to compete in a clean sport, and we do as much as we can as players for England to keep the sport clean, whether it's promoting those messages socially or chatting to people about it. But yeah, it's huge. It's a great campaign for rugby.
You don't get this body through steroid use.
Chris, put your hand up.
Eddie, have you met the referee, and did you have any particular issues you had to raise?
No, this World Cup you're not allowed to meet the referees. It's World Rugby regulation, and we follow every World Cup regulation to the letter, hence my presence today. We won't see the referee until he comes in before the game, and he has bodyguards with him. I think he's got Prince Harry's bodyguard with him, so you can't get to him. So we just smile and say hello.
Martin here.
Thank you. Before the tournament, Eddie, you talked about concerns about the refereeing and confusion over what was legal and what wasn't. What have you thought of it so far, and have you got any concerns going into the game tomorrow?
No, look, I think the refereeing's been as good as we could have hoped, and that's all we can expect. It is what it is. It'll be what it is tomorrow, and we'll accept whatever comes our way. We're prepared for the referee, and I'm sure the referee's prepared well for this game, so that's all we can hope for.
Any further questions? Yeah, we'll go there first, at the back. Here next.
Eddie Jones, how can you take advantage on Argentina with the pressure they have on their shoulders?
Well, it's not a matter of us taking advantage of Argentina, it's a matter of us preparing well for the game. We've prepared well for the game. We're physically in the best condition we've ever been in. We're absolutely flying this morning. Mentally, I think we're in a good position, and we can't be seduced by Argentina's state. You know, we know that Argentina play with a lot of pride, a lot of passion, and this will be multiplied by the fact that they're in a game that's very important for them. So that allows us to try to take away their strengths, and it's pretty evident how they're going to play by the side they've picked, and then try to attack their weaknesses, of which there are some weaknesses like any team has. So, you know, the first part of the game is going to be pretty important. We believe it's going to be a pretty hot day, 33 degrees, maybe some wind out there, so we'll be prepared for that. And it'll be a real test of each team's courage tomorrow.
Here in the front row.
Hi Jack, how much does it mean to you to have played in the World Cup for England, considering you were dropped by Saracens at 16 and had such a journey to the team?
Yeah, it's pretty special. You know, every kid's playing rugby sort of grows up dreaming of playing in the World Cup, and to be here now, it was a little surreal at the start and sort of kind of getting used to it now. But yeah, I think getting dropped by Sarries when I was younger was something that spurred me on a little bit when I got my opportunity at Worcester. And, you know, the last 5 years have sort of flown by, so it's been pretty good.
Warriors, mate.
Just alongside.
Roy, this is where the sevens will be played next year in the Olympics. Is the Olympics just not a factor again for you? Is it just off the table, or is there a possibility?
To be honest, I haven't really considered it. Obviously, this is where we are now, and we're in a Rugby World Cup, which is something I'd never dreamed of. So being here is incredible, and all we're thinking about really is, you know, is these games going forward, and that starts with Argentina tomorrow.
Okay, any final question? Okay, in that case, thank you very much for your time, Eddie, Jack, Rory. Thank you very much, everybody.
Arigato.